Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. This one, as you can see, is the Warcraft Teethbreaker. I don't use the baby talk name. I call it the Teethbreaker. So if that bothers you, I'm sorry. That's just how I'm going to deal with it. So I just can't use the name. It makes you sound like a moron. But it's up to you. I don't want people to think I'm, some kind of backwoods hick. Because I'm not a backwoods hick. I'm a hillbilly. So, Tier 9 light tank. Those of you who know me or have watched this channel know that I am a light tank specialist, as well as artillery specialist. But I was looking forward to this tank because I'm hoping that this is as good and really better than my T-49 Tier 9 US light tank. The armor looked fantastic compared to the T-49, and even looked fantastic compared to the Tier 10 Sheridan, which I also have. So I was looking forward to this dude because this is the only Tier 9 light tank in the entire World War II premium tank tree. So we're going to get into this, load it up, play games, give you the review, etc., etc. But first, please leave a like for this video. It will help the algorithm spread the message. If you haven't subscribed, this is one of the kind of videos I do. So the thing that would help me the most is if you subscribed. Remember, it's also free. And you get all my notifications of the daily videos that I make. And I make videos that are primarily interesting and unique, not the common, I'm going to go play a Tier 10 match today, and then I'm going to go play another Tier 10 match. I don't do that. I'm looking at new, interesting, relevant stuff, things that show up that are valuable, lessons, things that can help you get better. They'll help your performances. I don't just play elitist, high-tier tanks just to lord the fact that I have those tanks over you, because those don't mean anything. I don't personally get a lot of enjoyment out of playing those high-tier matches. Play what you enjoy. If you enjoy Tier 10, by all means play it. I don't. I'm looking to get enjoyment out of Tier 9 with this tank if possible. I'm crossing my fingers. You can't see it, but trust me, they're crossed. So let's get into this dude, set this guy up, and kick some butt, shall we? Good. Now, let's look in here. What's this gun? Now, this gun is an autoloader, which is awesome. Shell Spitter. Okay, that's what it is. That's a good name for it. Accuracy, stock, .38. Mediocre, but decent. First thing we're going to do, the enhanced targeting is worth exactly how much they give you for it. It's worthless because you get nothing. All right, now let's look at this. I don't know, man. First thing we got to do, swap from gold to silver. I don't know, man. This thing chews out bullets. It's gonna cost a fortune. Which one magazine is 15? So let's go 2 magazines, 30. I don't know. That seems low, to be honest with you. I'm gonna say 60 and just probably never use them. Is my hope. All right. What? I don't know, man. It looks kind of weird to me, so. All right, so, okay, whatever. 60 premiums, I'm good with that. What is that? 236 penetration, that's very good. All right, Let's put my buddy enhanced rations. It's going to drop the inaccuracy, so it'll be more accurate. That is 0.36, not bad, and the reload 19.65 on the autoloader. All right. Oh, this is a light tank, so there's going to be no shield armor. I'm thinking we're going to go with ultra speed. What's the cabo on this? That's worthless. Well, maybe not worthless, but I'm thinking we're going to go with vision. We're going to go with fan first, for sure, to drop the reload speed, or reload time, 19.26, and also increase the accuracy, 0.36. All right. No problems, no problems. Speed. 62 is what it is, so that'd be another 668 with tracks. There we go. Hang on a second. All right. Reload time is 19.26. Sounds kind of odd, but okay. What is the vision on this guy? 415. It's not that great. It's okay. 10% be 450 plus. About 470 or 475 due to the fan and the rations. I'm going to go with this 456. Okay, but we're going to get some more bonus on this dude. Your front line is a light tank, gold. I'm going to say, wait a second, let me check on this silver bonus. Oh yeah, it's just tier 9. You're not going to get a silver bonus. That's nasty stuff. That part's going to be bogus. I'm going to tell you that right now. Speed or camo? Or actually, dang. That would be 3 more. 71, maybe 72 on the roundup. This is 68.2. So, yeah, because that was 6.2, and so that would be 3.1, would be 71.3 if I added an engine. Well, you know what? Let's do it. Engine, powertrain. So that'll be like 71.2. There it is. There's a 71. We look in here. Okay, 71.6. Close enough. In fact, I'm gonna trade this out and go with gold gas for 75 speed. Now that's much better, but it's a little chancy in the context of health of your crew. Let's look at this camouflage, clear camouflage, of course. 225. You're out of your mind. All right, we're gonna do this. 318. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Gonna test this out. All right, what does that drop it down to? 318. Oh, now there's another possibility that we have yet to do. All right, here's what we're going to do. Take this out. Force this to reset. Oh, heck no. Now here's the problem. Commander. Commanders. Let's look at, first off, unassigned commanders. Well, we could shove this dude in there. The story would be that he has commandeered this tank. But that wouldn't be bad either, to have the snowman. Although Sonic Valkyrie is a, what do you call it? Mercenary looking chick. Oh, it's toughy. What about this guy? Okay, he's got nothing. Alright, how about oh, look at the Stinger. Well, that's a light tank. You know what? We're gonna go with this. I don't think I'm gonna do better than her. My Tusk Commander is better. Probably should use that one, to be honest. Alright, we're gonna go with the Tusk. Alright. So we're going to go with her temporarily and hope that this is all good. Now, let's go back here. Now, due to the commander skills, the vision has gone up to 488 and the steel concealment is down to 305, which isn't really that great. It's okay, but 304 and 510 vision. That's the thing, the enhanced rations and the fan really jack up the vision. So that's awesome. So now, let's go get this dude and see what happens. I'm going to go take this out for a spin. It's going to take me, maybe a half an hour, but it'll be mere seconds to you. Welcome to Dragon Ridge. Okay. It took me until the 5th game before I could get a game that was worthy of showing you, because this tank played way differently than I anticipated. The first thing I can tell you, though, is that these flames look awesome, but you can see that on your own. I'm just taking a looky-loo over here to make sure nothing weird is happening. This is an interesting and strange game. Because one of the things about light tanks, they can play differently, based upon their attributes. This dude maxes out at 75 speed. It does not go any faster. So that's what I have, 75 speed. Now there was a couple of guys over here. Thought I would look and see what would happen. There's the dude right there. Now, that was the old... I got shot on the very first shot. Killed my driver. And the fact that I had a decent game after that is nothing short of a miracle. But this is one of the things that only this game does. First shot, bam, your driver's gone. So with no driver, I'm at a distinct disadvantage. I don't have any, good agility. This tank is going to drive like a sled, and not a good one. I kept getting spotted behind this rock somehow, but there was no one that really had a direct line on me. It was just really a miracle. I don't know what the heck. And so I got tired of hanging out here waiting for the sword of Damocles to fall on me. Because no matter where I pulled, I was getting spotted. Shouldn't be by those guys. They can't see me. Those guys couldn't see me. They're back behind the... I don't know, man. You tell me. So I took a chance and dove, get behind this giant rock. And that worked. So I was watching the board and reading the mini map and see what was going on. And I was watching in the gap. There's a gap right here. Right here, there's a gap. I wanted to check out, see what was going there. I mean, I really can't do anything. I've got moderate speed. I don't have big time speed, just moderate speed. But I see there's activity going on right here with these two guys. And I'm thinking if I can get in the right position, I might be able to cut across past them. But first, I took a shot with a full magazine. Unbelievable. No damage whatsoever. This gun doesn't seem to be very good against heavy tanks. So I see them, they're creeping towards the middle to the left. So I thought, you know what, this is a chance right here. This fat guy is going to give them, something to focus on, and I'm going to go right past them. And hope that my moderate speed is enough to get past this house where they can't see me. And they could not see me. Take the chance and go down the road. So since I did make it over here, I have a chance to come around and get to this artillery. I mean, I'm almost worthless with my driver dead. I couldn't kill anything but artillery. Well, actually, or a wounded guy. That's really what it is. So like I said, my max speed 75. I didn't know exactly where he is, but then I saw him here. I'm like, he has no idea that I'm on him. And even if he did, he'd only have one shot. The autoloader worked really well in that regard. Now here, I can't stay. You see there's a tank destroyer right there. I gotta get the heck out of Dodge. He's got a medium backing him up. Oh, heck no. Giggity, giggity, gone. I can't fight those guys. This guy is primarily another ambush predator with his autoloader. 15 shots. You know, pretty good. Made short work of the artillery, but I mean, he's artillery. He doesn't have much armor. So I got in, got a kill, helped our team with a 5-3 lead now. That was the best I could do at the time. So now all I can do is just keep my eyes open. And that guy killed whatever that 50 TP prototype, that's what that is. So here the key thing was not to go into the circle to give away my position. I saw that tank destroyer, he's over half dead. I got a shot against him with full magazine. I figured, you know what? Got one artillery, let's go for the tank destroyer. If we can catch him off guard, you know, indirectly, I figured out that this tank is a good ambush predator. You know, in some ways, very similar to the Ignis. So I'm going to come in, get this guy from the side / behind. Goodbye, Charlie. And I would have gone in and attacked this guy as well, but he got killed by my other dude, which was fantastic. I drive like trash because my driver is dead. Well, and I drive like trash anyway. So, you know, it's cool. The other guy is highly mobile and I am not. You know what, I'm going to go sit on his base, start a clock on him, force his hand. I've got heavy tank right there in the center of the map. So I'm going to sit here and make this guy come back and try to defend his base. Using the shell of the artillery as my shield. But I got these two heavy tanks, the Emil 2 and the Dreadnought. Yeah, which is a tier 7 Dreadnought. But the best thing about this tank, it's not really fast, it's moderately fast. It's a sneak attack guy or roving defender. An ambush predator. This thing is not great, and it's not fast enough to be a real spotter. It's also not really fast enough to go and be a lone scout. You know, by itself. So that is what? A tier 9 Object 430 light tank. Medium tank, sorry. Too bad, buddy. Emo 2 kicked his butt. Awesome job. Emo 2 right there, 3rd place. Butt kicker. That Dreadnought did great also, hanging around to the end, sacrificing himself to protect me indirectly. So here we are at end of game screen. Miraculously, I killed 2 guys with a dead driver. You know, 1295, decent damage, 300 assistance, take it, no questions. But this tank was, like I said, way different than I thought it would be. You know, the armor looked terrific. Hey, 6th place, I can't complain. Man, my driver was dead. I thought I was also just, you know, screwed. But I hung in there and was able to make some hay. So here's the armor. And it looks decent. It just isn't that great. So you really cannot fight like it implies that you would be able to fight and withstand some, some bit of a beating, except maybe against another light tank. It's a bizarre light tank that plays a little differently. It's okay. I didn't think that this was anything better overall than my Tier 9 T49. But it is better in the context of, with a dead driver, that autoloader is a killer finishing gun. If you can get in close to a guy in an advantageous position, hitting him from the side or from the rear, it will finish him. You watched me finish off the artillery and then that Falk tank destroyer. Those guys had ate them like candy. So the same thing would have happened to that Progetto that the other guy killed who had low health. So in that regard, Ambush Predator, it is good. The other games I had were terrible, but to be honest, I was trying to play it as a standard light tank, and that was not good. I lucked out. I was on three teams out of 5 games that won, so that was okay. This game is the last of them and the best by far. But it's the only game where I really figured out exactly how to play this tank. In this case, even with a dead driver, I was able to contribute to my team. So that was, a positive. So the Teethbreaker, it's 50-50, man. It doesn't make money. It lost money every time. Not a lot, but it lost money every game. But it's a Tier 9. Tier 9s lose money unless you do great. Now, if I'd have killed 3 guys, I would have made money. Also, I was using premiums on both of my kills. I don't know if I would have been able to kill them with regular rounds. I'd assume that I could, but I don't know. 216 penetration versus what I was using was 236 penetration. So that worked out fine. I figured since my driver was dead, I needed to go full premium. I don't have any room for error. If I make a mistake and, it's the wrong one, I'll be dead. So artillery, I could have got him with the regular rounds for sure. But I don't know. I assume that I would on that Falk. But, whatever. I wasn't in a position to gamble on being nitpicking, precise gun, kill him. Use the best bullet you have, eliminate him, and pray that a dead driver doesn't get you just wiped out. It was close. That guy got to the base, or got close to the base. He didn't see me or didn't, have a good shot because the other guy, the Emo 2, killed him. So, they did a great job. The Dreadnought and the Emo 2 stayed together, making it 2 versus 1 on that last confrontation, leaving me to safely capture the base if something goes wrong for them. So those 2 guys played it super awesome. With the Dreadnought getting sacrificed, that's part of the deal. When it's 2-on-1, you're going to play, a good player is going to play that knowing that one of you could be sacrificed. Even possibly 2, because all they had to do if they couldn't kill him was to buy enough time, and it was like less than 15 seconds. So those 2 guys played a fantastic ending to the game. We had that in the bag because they played it as a win-win. They didn't know that my condition was less than perfect. I was just lucky to sneak past, take the gamble on those 2 heavy tanks, and I snuck past them. They had no clue what happened. So, as they say, fortune favors the bold, and I took a bold chance and was really lucky. I didn't in the game. I didn't look like the way I looked when I showed you guys, and I looked over there to my left and couldn't see them because they were fighting that heavy tank on my team. So that was, I just crossed my fingers and busted down the road, hoping that I was fast enough for them not to see me. And lucky it worked out. So, would I recommend the Teethbreaker? It's okay. It's I don't really recommend it, but I wanted to show this to you to give you a positive look on how you might be able to use it. This is going to be one of those things where if you're a skilled light tank player, I think I've given you enough to let you see it's not that fast. I have my T49 I think goes the same speed. Let's look and see. Don't know. That's let's go tier 9. Whoops, let's not do that. Let's do this. There we go. T49 either goes 78, so it's actually faster. She's, one of the guys I talked to said that it wasn't any better than this tank, and I have to say I think he's right. In the speed category, it's inferior, but if you can get in close, man, that gun is an ambush predator crusher gun, and you saw me crush 2 guys, which this T49 with a dead driver would not have killed them that easily. So that's the thing. This one would have I'd have taken 2 or 3 shots to kill the artillery, and the tank destroyer would have been probably the same story. But since it was an auto loader and it was a butcher gun, the gun on the Teethbreaker is better than the gun here as far as finishing people off. It's a tomato and tomato kind of a thing. So it's gonna be a yes for some people, and a no for others, depending on how you like to run your light tanks or your style of play. If you like to play a kind of a maneuvering, sneak attack, defensive game where you're trying to hide behind the hills and whatever, it was plenty good. On open ground, the Teethbreaker was not very good at all. So that is a weakness for sure. The T49 was much better on open ground. I think it had better agility. That's my subjective observation. Objectively, the speed of the T49 is better, and objectively, the gun of the Teethbreaker is better. So it's one of those things. It's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. It could go either way, but I wanted to show you the best game that I had so you could get an idea of what it can do. Now, it would have been a lot better. I would have gone and helped those guys 3-on-1 if my driver wasn't dead. But with a dead driver, I'm not in a position to be a hero in that match. Those guys did a great job. So, got to call it the way it is, not the way you wish it were. So, very happy with that game result. And it could go either way. If you're interested in the Teethbreaker, I probably showed you stuff that would keep you interested. If you're not interested in the Teethbreaker, I don't think what I showed you is enough to make you go, well, maybe that is really good. It is the only Tier 9 premium light tank. So take that into account as well. So it's up in the air, 50-50. Take it or leave it, whatever floats your boat. You can make this call. It was good, but it wasn't great. But this tank is also good, but not great. So, each of them have their positives and they also have their negatives. So, 15-shot autoloader, you watched it butcher 2 guys without even getting halfway into the magazine, so that was great. But against 10s, it's absolute garbage. You can't fight 10s with it. It's just not good. Well, maybe you could fight a 10 light tank because the gun would give you a chance. So, I don't know. You have to make your own call on that one. But I did everything that needed to be done here so you could see this for yourself. So hopefully you enjoy this video. Hopefully I helped you make a decision or clarify your decision for the Teethbreaker. If you would, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, this gives you an idea of some of the kind of stuff I do. Subscribing would help me the most, and the best part is it's absolutely free. So please tell your friends, let them see this. Maybe they'll like or subscribe. You never know. Hopefully this will help you guys out. I got more stuff to do. I put out videos every day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.